Nigeria takes delivery of first batch of Super Tucano aircraft from the United States of America. And on the foreign scene, U.S. government imposes sanctions on Cuban air officials for committing human rights abuses during crackdown on protests. And now the details. Rivers State government has vowed to clamp down on shop owners who engage in indiscriminate waste disposal in the state. Governor Nyesom Wike, who said this during an unscheduled inspection of 4 ongoing flyover projects in Port Harcourt and Obiakpo local government areas of the state, said the decision became necessary due to the carefree attitude by members of the public towards sanitation. Speaking to journalists, the governor, who listed Rumola and Aba Road axis as flashpoints, said any business place found dirty will be sealed up.
Because enough is enough. People don't believe that anything can happen. And we want to tell them that we have the political will to implement whatever decision we have taken. And those are Rumola area, Aba Roadside, they will be the first victim. Thereafter, people will follow and know that the government is very, very serious. So all those who litter, refuse, motor parks, all of them on the road, they'll have themselves to be blamed. This is not a period where somebody tells you, the economy is hard. The economy is hard means what? The economy is hard that you sell your goods and then you take the refuse and put on the ground. It doesn't make sense. Who's going to come and buy the refuse for you? If you sell your goods, nothing stops you. At the end of the day, you clean up the area. Why do you have to litter the refuse and then go and think that government will come and then pick it up for you? No, nobody will do that any longer. So we're going to be very, very hard, I can tell you.
The governor, while expressing satisfaction with the level of work done by Julius Berger, also frowned at operations of illegal parks and other illegal trading activities around the ongoing flyover projects.
Quite impressed with the level of work, quite impressed, and we have given Julius Berger additional job to do because, our people don't like to keep places bothered about sanitation. They will do roads and they will litter all kinds of things. You will see parks springing up here and there. And so we have taken a decision that we are going to barricade all these unnecessary parks that are springing up left, right, and center, and to make sure that people would know that you don't just wake up in the morning and just decide to, take government space and use as your private park.
Our correspondent reports that the flyover projects inspected by the governor include the Rumola, GRA Junction, Orochiri, Woruku, and Orabali flyovers. Rivers government and the All Progressive Congress have traded words following the government's allegation that the opposition party is planning to launch a campaign of calumny against Governor Nyesom Wike. The government, in a statement by the Commission of Information and Communications, said the party was angry at the performance of Governor Wike in infrastructure, healthcare, education, agriculture, rural transformation, housing development, administration of justice, social welfare, and sports development. Interim said the orchestrated campaign, spearheaded by a defeated governorship aspirant of the APC, Dr. Dakoko Peterside, is designed to portray the government of Governor Wike as one that is not meeting the developmental aspirations of Rivers people. But the APC, in a statement by its spokesperson, Chief Ogbonna Wuke, said the Wike government was deceiving members of the public. Wuke said Rivers people were aware that Wike was running a government to punish and impoverish them for the benefit and sustenance of a few party lords who feed fat on their commonwealth. The APC described Dr. Peterside as a well-known national figure who has earned his place in national discourse. The People's Democratic Party has congratulated former President Goodluck Jonathan on his appointment as Chairman, International Summit Council for Peace, ISCP Africa. The party also congratulates ex-President Jonathan on his appointment as the Chancellor of Cavendish University, Uganda. The party's congratulatory message is contained in a statement issued by its National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Kolo Olobondiyan, in Abuja on Thursday. Olobondiyan said the appointment was in recognition of his leadership qualities as a Democrat, as well as his resounding success in peacekeeping efforts across the world. The ISCP Africa is an association of incumbent and former heads of state and their deputies established in 2019 by the Universal Peace Federation, an organization in general consultative status with the United Nations. The University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital has confirmed the receipt of dead bodies of a set of twin babies from personnel of Nigeria Police Rivers State Command. The Chief Medical Director of UPTH, Professor Henry Oboma, who presented the document through the Chairman, Medical Advisory Committee, Professor Lucky Onatai, and legal advisor Umar Joshua Bob Manuel. Chief Magistrate Rita Ogwogo, who received the documents, admitted the reporters' exhibits in child trafficking matter involving one Dennis Chimeze, Favor Uche, Managing Director of Coco Homes Foundation, Coco Crisco, and her staff, Comfort Econ, as well as a staff of the Imo State Correctional Center, Chidinma Makoka. Today FM's Uchendu Ejiowo reports that the consultant pathologist, Dr. Musa Stephen, informed Chief Magistrate Rita Ogwogo that the autopsy, which results is yet to be out, has already been carried on the dead bodies of the babies. Chief Magistrate Ogwogo, after the court session, proceeded to the mortuary for identification of the dead bodies, which was rejected by the prime suspects, Dennis Chimeze and Favor Uche, saying that the dead bodies are different from the bodies that the police took away from them. The court, however, ordered that Chidinma Makoka, who is an official of Nigeria Correctional Center in Imo State, and Ifunanya Anderson, who is an accomplice, be remanded in custody, while Dr. John Udegbu, who is alleged to have initiated the trafficking of the bodies, is to appear in court on the 27th of July, which is the next adjourned date. Today FM reports that representative from the Ministry of Social Welfare, Nigeria Police, Office of the Ministry of Justice, FIDA, and legal representatives were present at the visit and special session of the court at the UPTH. The University of Port Harcourt chapter of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities has threatened to go on strike over the non-payment of hazard allowances and other entities. SANU Uniport chapter chairman Bernard Chukwu, who made this known in an interview with Today FM, said they're running out of patience, stressing that they will no longer tolerate what he described as injustice meted on them. Bernard, however, appreciated the past acting vice chancellor of the university for what he termed his sensitivity to issues, as he urged the new vice chancellor of the school to do better in ensuring that the needs of staff is taken care of. One person on Thursday sustained serious injuries while a building was destroyed after fire erupted at an illegal refinery in Rumekini community in Obiakpo local government area of River State. Today FM's Priye Izogu, who was at the scene of the fire incident, said the fire started about after a loud sound was heard in the area. It could not be ascertained if the fire was of a result of smoking or cooking in the area. But the OSPAC commander of the community, John Chinda, said the owner of the illegal refining site could not be found.
The way you see is the way I see. I was at my office when I had a call that has his burning somewhere. Unfortunately for me to reach, I saw that it's bunkering. We have searched for the owner, we couldn't see the man. We searched if there is anyone wound, we didn't see. But all we know, the one that remains, instead of you to leave it to still catch more fire, it is better we evacuate the remaining one. My own is to rescue. That is why I'm here. Then when I got to here, I had some people calling fire service, but no one responded. Automatically, people that is around is the people helping, if they can quit it.
Also speaking, some residents lamented the inability of fire service in the state to respond to their emergency calls. The residents and sympathizers who managed to put out the fire called for an investigation into the operation of the illegal refinery in a residential area.
The way you see is the way I see. I was at my office when I had a call that has his burning somewhere. Unfortunately for me to reach, I saw that it's bunkering. We have searched for the owner, we couldn't see the man.
Apologize for the repeat in that voice. We gathered that security operatives later visited the scene of the incident and took away the remaining illegally refined products from the compound. Meanwhile, some Port Harcourt residents have accused some petrol pump attendants of being negligent in taking safety precaution when attending to customers in petrol filling stations. Some concerned people who spoke with Today FM accused drivers and passengers of feeling relaxed over the possible consequences of making calls at filling stations. They also said the pump attendants pay no attention even when drivers leave their vehicle engines on while getting a refill.
I've been in a vehicle before traveling, and the driver stops in a filling station trying to buy fuel, and he leaves the vehicle on and they are putting fuel inside. So the attendant did not actually say anything at first until the passenger started quarreling. Some of the passengers started to quarrel before he now asked the driver to off the vehicle. And this kind of situation is a kind of risky. In fact, it's very, very risky because
I was in a vehicle, so the driver then went to the filling station to buy fuel. While doing that, one of the passengers was on a call. So I tried to explain to her that, madam, please, not right, you are putting all of us at danger. But she still kept mute about it and continued with her call. I don't know if I'll call it of negligence on her own aspect, but other passengers in the car still did not really complain. They felt it's nothing. I just feel the public needs to understand that some of the things that happen, some accidents that happen, is due to our own negligence.
Some pump attendants who spoke with Today FM's Ifunanya of Beme Undukwe, however, said they do not attend to drivers who have their engines on, but added that some drivers can be difficult.
Yeah, some people do it. Some cars, when you ask them to put off their car, they will say that they can't, that the battery has issue. So most of them, what we'll do is that when they saw, first thing we'll tell them that please off your car because it's very wrong. So why some will say, please put off your car, they will say that no, that can we push. At times, it's not every time that we have trying to push the car. So that is what they are complaining. In cases of where they are making call, although we don't allow that, it's very wrong. So once we see them making call, while the car is driving, we won't sell the fuel on. Either they drop the call or we allow them to finish the.
You know, customers are so difficult to control. Yeah, sometimes you will tell them to off their engine. They will no, I'm not, my AC is on, I can't just off my engine. So please, like me, I don't used to sell. If I see that, it's my right and for my safety.
Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria has threatened to withdraw their service across waterways in Rivers State if government at all levels do not intervene to end attacks on maritime workers in the state. The maritime workers also issued 1-month ultimatum against the government, saying security agencies should ensure the unconditional release of 9 of their members who were kidnapped along Abonema-Kula waterways earlier this week. The Deputy National President of the Union, Francis Bunu, who briefed newsmen in Port Harcourt, complained how maritime workers have become the target of armed criminals whom he said attack the workers at will without any interference.
We are telling the federal government and also the state government and also all the security agencies whom have the responsibility to combat crime in the riverine area, which is the Navy, the Marine Police, and other combined forces that the federal government have already put in place to do their job in the riverine area. Where people have been kidnapped, as we are talking about right now, 9 of them are in captivity right now. So we are telling the state government and all the security agencies, even the federal government, whom we feel that needs to look into these issues of kidnapping in the riverine area. It is not when they kidnap the man in the oil well that you now provide gunboat. No, whatever the common man is there. The man who does his legitimate business is there. The man who want to travel from one place to another is there. So let the security coverage should go to every riverine community in River State. Gunboats should be able to provide in all the areas in the riverine community. The same way you provide patrol vehicles in the roads. So we are calling on the state government and all the security agencies to put out their house in order to be able to bring out our people so that the people can get their freedom, or else we're going to withdraw all our services across the state. It has gotten to that point that we may withdraw all our services because we cannot be doing legitimate business and be facing this kind of hazard in the sea.
Today FM's Uchendu Ejowo reports that the Deputy National President of the Nigerian Maritime Workers Union also confirmed that the kidnappers of 9 of their colleagues have made contact, demanding huge amounts of money for them to be released.
As they have made a lot of contacts and they have called a lot of ransom, and then what people who are out there have told them that we don't have money. We are ordinary transporters. We don't have money. We are like them. We are like people that who drive the bus on the road, who drive the taxi on the road. We don't have money. Where do we get that kind of amount of money to give to anybody? So the federal government and the state government and the local government should be able to come up to that responsibility to look at the things that from that angle that these people are few in this society. But now we cannot disclose how much they are demanding because those are issues that are hard to deal with security aspect of it.
The attention of Rivers State government and security operatives have been drawn to the increased crime rate in Oboburu community in Obaibema and Ndoni local government area of the state. A member of the community who spoke in anonymity told Today FM that 4 persons have been kidnapped on different occasions in the community. The source, who said the people in the community have been living in fear for the past 2 weeks, called for the intervention of the state government, adding that efforts to reach out to the kidnappers have proved abortive. The source, who recalled their past experiences 5 years ago, said they're still in a recovering process. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, we'll be back with more news, foreign and sports stories. Stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Welcome back. You're still listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM. It's 16 minutes after 7. In the wake of the recent red alert placed on Rivers and 6 other states, private school owners have been advised to return to strict compliance of COVID-19 safety protocols in their schools. Vice Chairman of the National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools, Rivers State Chapter, Jaja Sunday Adafe, gave the call in an interview with our correspondent. Mr. Adafe, however, expressed optimism that schools in the state will live up to the task like the first and second wave. Said the Commissioner of Education, Professor Kanye Ebeku, had in a briefing with private school owners instructed school owners to ensure that their schools comply with the directive.
Government, under the able leadership of the Commissioner for Education, Professor Kanye Ebeku, when he briefed the private school on the issue on ground. He gave us a standing policy on how we can go if we must operate our schools. And that was keeping to COVID-19 protocol. Right now, as I'm talking to you, we have also sent our message on our platform to all our members. So please not lose focus about COVID-19. COVID-19 is real. They should make sure they maintain social distances in their classrooms, and they should make sure that they observe all the protocols. And we've advised those who are our core members to please adhere to these protocols.
Nigeria has received the first batch of 6 A-29 Super Tucano aircraft procured from the United States of America. The aircraft arrived in Kano State on Thursday afternoon. A statement by NAF spokesman Air Commodore Edward Gapquet revealed that the aircraft were received by the Minister of Defense, retired Major General Bashir Magaishi, Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, and Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Oladayo Amao. Recall that about 3 years ago, the federal government and the United States signed a pact that resulted in a government-to-government acquisition of military equipment including 12 Tucano aircraft or fighter planes that will help combat insecurity in Nigeria. And now to the foreign scene. The U.S. government has imposed sanctions on Cuban officials who they claim committed human rights abuses during a crackdown on protests. A crackdown on protesters earlier in July. The move by President Joe Biden's administration comes amid pressure from Cuban Americans and politicians to respond to the anti-regime protests. The U.S. is also exploring ways to keep internet access open on the island. The 11 July protest was Cuba's largest in decades. Hundreds were arrested and at least one protester was killed. In sports, Nigerian captain Ahmed Musa has joined Turkish Super League outfit Fatih Karagümrük. Musa joined the modest side as a free agent after a short stint with 4-time Nigeria Professional Football League champions Kano Pillars. The Istanbul club said in a statement on Thursday that it has added the 28-year-old Nigerian attacker to their squad. And now to end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. Rivers State government has vowed to clamp down on shop owners who engage in indiscriminate waste disposal in the state. Fire outbreak at an illegal refinery in Rumekini community, Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State, has left one person critically injured with one building destroyed. We told you that Nigeria has taken delivery of the first batch of Super Tucano aircraft from the United States of America. And on the foreign scene, U.S. government has imposed sanctions on Cuban officials for committing human rights abuses during crackdown on protesters. That was the news update. That was the news as edited by Onyekachi Unwosu. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. I am Annie Abdusalam. Thank you for listening. But first, you must not forget, take responsibility. Please wash your hands frequently with soap under running water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your face in high contact surfaces to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Do have a great morning.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Please listen to this paid announcement. Welcome to Vita Benedetta, a unique cooperative forum that understands how communities grow by leveraging uncommon wealth. The Jews learned this early and blossomed. We offer financial support to members only by pulling resources together. Membership starts with complete screening, verifiable data, and 50,000 naira only. Send Vita 1 to 0806 146 7882. Again, 0806 146 7882 via WhatsApp if interested.
Engineer Silva, please, where can I buy original electrical products such as Binatone products?
Visit vinolighting.com.
Philips products, AKT, C-Touch Box F.
Visit vinolighting.com.
How about Comesta, Coleman, Curtis Scan, even Logo Star?
Visit vinolighting.com. Vinolighting has got products such as all ranges of Legrand products and all ranges of cable metals. PG products, OnTech, Sylvania products, chandeliers, garden lights, ceiling and dropping lights, tungsten products, and General Electric products. For international or world-class approved low and high voltage panel builders, rural electrification project, electric fence house hotels, estate maintenance with well-qualified engineers for all your electric needs and all your electrical projects. Call 0904 216 3488. We sell, we install, and we maintain. Vino Worldwide Solution Co. Engineers, your partners in electrical matters.
Welcome to the Peak Breakfast Show.
Good morning and welcome to the Peak Breakfast Show. It is a show where we talk about the amazing success stories of some of the world's biggest and your favorite sports stars. We do this to inspire you to be better and driven on your way to the peak of your career, because as Peak Milk always say, it's in you. It comes your way on this dial and at this time, and it's proudly brought to you by Peak Milk. On this show, we talk about some of the great sports achievers who have left a lasting impact on their respective sports and life in general, and how they overcame adversity to achieve fame and fortune, and what lessons we all can learn on the journey to greatness. Also, we have a recipe segment to help you to a healthy lifestyle to boost your productivity. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, it will be time to hit the road on the Peak Show, brought to you by Peak Milk. Stay tuned and stay relaxed, because we're about to nourish you big time.
Peak protein breakfast. That's the secret to how mom wakes up early, makes breakfast for us, and runs off to work. How daddy works most nights and still gets up early to drop me at school. No matter how busy they are, they're never too tired to play with me. And that's because they never leave home without a Peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a Peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak. Reach for your peak. You're still listening to the Peak Breakfast. Welcome back to the Peak Breakfast Show. It's time to look at our story of greatness. There were great goals, great dribbles, great passes. He could inspire those around him to be better players. He had exemplary close control, extraordinary balance, courage, and explosive pace. But he also had something more. He suffered. His genius came at a dreadful price, and that made him somehow more relatable, more mortal, his charm. Diego Maradona grew up in dreadful poverty. His father had been a ferryman moving cows on the Parana River before moving to Buenos Aires, where they lived in the Villa Florito, a shanty town so violent that police had to be bussed in each day. He was so malnourished that when he first went to trials, nobody could believe he was as old as he said he was. When he joined Argentinos Juniors, they gave him supplements and injections to build him up. Maradona escaped the slums of Buenos Aires through sheer dedication and perseverance. His only hope was the ball. From the moment he joined Argentinos Juniors as a young star, it was obvious that this was no normal player. Maradona was given his first football by his cousin Beto Zarate on his 3rd birthday. He would practice dribbling and other skills with the ball as long as he could stand. Young Diego slept with the ball at night. By the age of 9, he had learned to play football and came to the attention of Francis Conejo, coach of Cebolitas or Little Onions, the youth team of Argentinos Juniors. While he was with the Little Onions, they won 140 straight games. In 1972, he led Los Cebolitas to Junior Championship. The team gave him the best compliment, jersey number 10, the same number worn by the legendary soccer star Pelé. Let's take a break with a cup of creamy peak milk, and when we come back, Maradona's journey to greatness continues.
Peak protein breakfast. That's the secret to how mom wakes up early, makes breakfast for us, and runs off to work. How daddy works most nights and still gets up early to drop me at school. No matter how busy they are, they're never too tired to play with me. And that's because they never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a Peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak. Reach for your peak. Hey people, I trust your day is going great now, but what really gets you off to a great day? There is only one answer to that, and that is a Peak Protein Breakfast. Why? Let me break it down. A Peak Protein Breakfast keeps you nourished and helps you stay active throughout the day. And that's because Peak Milk contains protein, and it is also filled with essential vitamins and minerals that nourishes your body and helps you reach your peak daily. The cool part is that Peak Milk caters to everyone. So if you're health conscious, there is Peak Filled Cream Milk for you. And for those who love an extra creamy breakfast, there is a full cream milk for you as well. Now, that's a daily secret support. So start your day with a Peak Protein Breakfast today to keep you going on and on.
The story of greatness continues on the Peak Breakfast.
From 1976 to 1980, the teenage Maradona played for Argentinos Juniors. Before the end of the first season, the team became Maradona's team, and the stadiums were always full of people cheering and rooting for the star on show. Maradona became a national sports star playing for Argentina's Boca Juniors at the age of 16. He was the youngest player ever to join the national team. In 1979, Maradona was named South American Player of the Year after he led Argentina to the Junior World Cup. After he moved to Barcelona in 1982, he began taking cocaine, an addiction that overwhelmed him. He never settled in Spain. Despite moving his family over, to an extent, they only made it worse. His mother suffered panic attacks in an unfamiliar environment. His entourage became a problem. On the pitch, he was a victim of brutal defending. Off it, he suffered hepatitis. Barca had signed him for a world record fee, and they sold him for a world record fee to Napoli. It was a startling move. Napoli had ambition and an enormous fan base, but they had never won the Italian title. Maradona may have flopped at Barca, but he arrived to extraordinary excitement and the expectation. So many people turned out in the streets. Dummy cars had to be sent from the airport to distract the crowds from the real Maradona. And it wasn't just the fans. Everybody wanted a piece of Maradona, and that included Camorra. 1986 was his peak. He scored a brilliant goal against England in the World Cup quarter-final and two almost equally stunning goals against Belgium in the semis. If he was quieter in the final, it was because he and Lothar Matthäus essentially cancelled each other out, at least until Maradona broke free in the final minutes to lay on the winning goal for Jorge Buruchanga. It was his tournament, and that's why the official FIFA film of the World Cup is entitled Hero. He was a pioneer for so many people in his sport and for so many aspects of the game that are now accepted as perfectly normal. He was the first player to have a full-time agent, the first to have a physical trainer, one of the first players who would stand up and be counted and fight for the rights of the players to get a fair deal. He was one of the first to fight for the safety of those forced to play in dangerous, sweltering weather of the sort experienced at the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. He was the first player to be prepared to shout from the rooftops his belief that FIFA was rotten to the core. In 2000, he won FIFA Player of the Century award, which was to be decided by votes on the official website, the official magazine, and the grand jury. To understand the gargantuan shadow Maradona cast over his football-mad homeland, one has to conjure up the athleticism of Michael Jordan, the power of Babe Ruth, and the human fallibility of Mike Tyson, lumped together in a single barrel-chested man with shaggy black hair, and you have El Diego, idol to the millions who call him D1OS, a mashup of his plain number and the Spanish word for God. Houston Chronicle newspaper. Let's go on another break, refuel with a cup of pig milk, and wrap up the show with a pig recipe segment. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
Pig protein breakfast. That's the secret to how mom wakes up early, makes breakfast for us, and runs off to work. How daddy works most nights and still gets up early to drop me at school. No matter how busy they are, they're never too tired to play with me. And that's because they never leave home without a pig protein breakfast.
Start every day with a pig breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Pig. Rich for your pig. Welcome to the Pig Nutrition on the Pig Breakfast. Welcome back to the Pig Breakfast Show. Oh my goodness, the pig recipe of the day, creamed corn. Remember, the best way to start your day is with a glass of pig milk. Today, we have a simple but yummy recipe for you to try alongside a cup of pig milk. Our easy recipe will help you make creamed corn. The ingredients you need: 6 cups of fresh, frozen or canned sweet corn, 1 cup of pig milk, 8 ounces of cream cheese cubed, half cup of butter cubed, 1 tablespoon of white sugar, salt and pepper to taste, half teaspoon cayenne pepper. Leave out if you don't want the kick. The direction: melt cream cheese and butter in a saucepan over medium-high heat. Reduce heat to medium. Stir in milk, sugar, cayenne pepper, salt, and pepper. Add corn and stir for 5 minutes. Serve with a chilled glass of pig milk. The Pig Breakfast will be right back. Hey, come on, you think I'm gonna leave without sharing some eating habits around the world? Here we go. It is pretty widely known that Indians traditionally eat with hands. However, this practice is not limited to traditional Indians only. Many urban Indians today, whether living in India or not, maintain the practice of eating using their hands. Some say it is more delicious to do so, perhaps due to the ability to personally mix your food and curries to your precise taste. Before settling down to begin your meal, make sure to wash your hands thoroughly first. Always eat with your right hand only. Eating with your left is considered disrespectful and unhygienic. As a rule of thumb, many sure not to have any food touch your palms, and do not put your fingers into your mouth. Instead, use your thumb to push the food into your mouth. India, what a country. In China, the use of chopsticks when eating Chinese cuisine is one that needs practice. To hold the chopsticks properly, first, hold the first stick like a pencil and the second stick between your thumb and your ring finger. Your middle finger should be in between the two chopsticks, acting as somewhat of a fulcrum. When eating with chopsticks, make sure not to use it to point, tap, suck the tips, or use it upside down. It's really easier than it sounds. Also, a big no-no is sticking it vertically into your rice bowl, especially if you are with a superstitious crowd, as this mimics the use of traditional incense used to honor the dead. What a country this is. I think that's all for now. Maybe when next I'll share more. Peace. You're still listening to the Peak Breakfast. That's where the curtain falls on today's edition of the Peak Breakfast Show. It has been a pleasure bringing the show your way, and please tell someone to tune in next week at the same time and on this same dial as we bring you another exciting edition of the Peak Breakfast Show. Remember, you can always stay in touch with Peak Milk on social media by following on Twitter at Peak Milk and liking the Peak Milk Facebook page located at www.facebook.com/Peak Milk. Until next week, when we deliver another edition of the Peak Breakfast Show, stay healthy and keep taking the nutritious and delicious Peak Milk.
I follow the brother, see me the disaster. Just because say I did, yeah, I follow enter the yawa.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Let's talk football. Let's talk football.
What a devastating strike!
Football is a leisure game.
Sports is actually my job.
Football is boring.
That's not true. It's way more important than that.
What a wonderful goal! Fantastic strike!
As far as I'm concerned, sports is all about passion.
Sports Attack, weekdays 7:30 a.m. and Today's Sports Live 3 p.m. weekends 1 p.m. to 6 p.m.
For all you need to know in the world of sports, leave the dial on Today 95.1 FM.
For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Sports Attack on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. My name is Adekuri Odwanya, Nigerian first ever world silver medalist in wrestling.
Well, good morning and welcome to the weekend edition of Sports Attack right here on your premium news talk and sports radio station, Today 95.1 FM. My name is Victor Oriahi. I am your favorite melanin sports presenter, and of course I will be bringing you up to speed with all the latest happenings emerging from the world of sports. All All right, let's get the show started from Formula One. We have a lot of Olympics to talk about, so we'll leave the Olympics for now. Well, Formula One teams have been warned that they could face penalties if they visit race stewards without an invitation. The move comes after Mercedes and Red Bull bosses went to see the steward following Sunday's crash between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Race director Michael Masi has written to all teams warning them that visiting the stewards was only permitted with prior approval or an official summon. He warned that transgressions could be considered a breach of F1's rules. Penalties for breaking of the article Masi mentioned 12.2.1.I of the International Supporting Code could range from a reprimand through a fine, points deduction, or even disqualification. Mercedes F1 boss Toto Wolff and Red Bull's Christian Horner went to see the stewards during a red flag period after the crash at the British Grand Prix. And in boxing, Deontay Wilder's fiancée, Telly Swift, claims Tyson Fury is buying time by delaying his trilogy fight with the Bronze Bomber. Fury has contracted COVID-19 with an outbreak having swept across his camp, and the anticipated showdown on the 24th of July was disrupted. But Swift has insisted that the fight should have gone ahead on the original date as planned and believes the postponement is solely because Fury isn't ready. Let's hear from Deontay Wilder's fiancée.
I mean, he's pissed off. I mean, what can you do? You've trained so hard, blood, sweat, and tears, and then, you know, for someone to have COVID and Deontay's fight with torn biceps, broken fingers, burns on his arms, and he still fought. So I just feel like, you know, with COVID, when you have 16 days to the fight, he should still be able to fight and make it happen. Absolutely, I don't think that he's ready. I think he's buying time, and I just feel like he feels Deontay is at the best. Looking wise, you know, I've seen him in camp. He looks great. His head movement's amazing. His defense is amazing. So I just feel that Fury's buying time. Deontay's mine. He eats, sleeps, lives Tyson Fury. So he's ready for Tyson.
Definitely ready for Tyson. Although Fury was expected to recover before the fight, he argued that he would have missed several days of crucial training, giving Wilder an unfair advantage. Reigning WBC heavyweight king Fury hasn't officially commented on his positive COVID-19 diagnosis, but a statement was released by his camp confirming the test. Despite battling away with the virus, Fury was snapped walking around Las Vegas, a move which saw Dylan White label him as a disgrace to British boxing. Still talking boxing, well, it's no news that Anthony Joshua's IBF, WBA and the WBO heavyweight championships are at stake at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the 25th of September against Alexander Usyk. Well, Joshua is returning to the ring for the very first time since December when he dispatched Kubrat Pulev in 9 rounds. His WBO mandatory challenger Usyk, the undefeated Ukrainian who won a gold medal alongside Joshua at the 2012 Olympics, most recently beat Derek Chisora. Speaking about the build-up to the fight, the 31-year-old Briton admitted that Usyk is indeed good, but he is better.
It was good. Supposed to be fighting August 14th. That fell through. So we're back again. I've got a good management team, good promotional company that are like getting me the dates and the fight. So if one falls through, I know I'll have to defend again at some stage. So I just kind of keep my mind active. It's been a good period as well. The world slowed down, so I've had a bit of free time and stuff like that. But I've also been training, ticking over, which has been important. And I've been able to work on other things. And now I've got the date set, fully locked in. I rate all my opponents. He's good. And that's all I can really say. But it's all about the final bell and whose hands are raised at the end, and that will prove who's the best. But he's good, but I need to be better.
Well, Joshua, who retains hope of an undisputed title fight despite negotiations to meet WBC champion Tyson Fury coming to nothing when Fury was instead ruled to take on Deontay Wilder by court, says he would get the job done as he has his eyes set on other things.
The hustlers always meet at the top, right? They say the cream always rises to the top, and that's why we're going to be competing here in this phenomenal stadium. He's a great challenger for the heavyweight titles, even though he's cruiserweight champion. But he's a great challenger for the heavyweight titles, and I'm looking to do a good job, handle business, because I have my eyes set on other things.
All right, well, let's move to the Olympics. As starting from Team Nigeria, as the Secretary General of Nigeria Olympic Committee, Olabanji Oladapo, is still in the isolation center in Tokyo. The secretary who tested positive to COVID-19 in Japan is still undergoing treatment and will join the Nigerian contingent after recovering. There were speculations in the identity of the Nigerian who contracted the virus when the news broke earlier this week. The identity, however, has been disclosed by a reliable source close to Team Nigeria in Tokyo. This after many mistakenly believed it was the president of the NOC, engineer Habu Gumel, who contracted the virus. Well, Gumel had on Wednesday dismissed the rumor stating he is COVID-19 negative. And still talking about Nigerian, this time is Aruna Quadri. Well, the poster boy of Nigerian African table tennis, Aruna Quadri, has said that the 2020 Olympic Games will be the toughest competition he will be participating in because of the presence of top-ranked table tennis players. Well, speaking from the Games Village in Tokyo, Quadri, who is ranked 15th for the Olympics, said he will not be under any form of pressure when he joins the fray from the third round on Tuesday in the men's singles, just as he expressed surprise at being named Team Nigeria's captain. It says every tournament is a challenge. This is the toughest Olympics so far for me. I'm saying it because we have the top 100 players in the draw. With pressure, it will be difficult, but I am looking forward to giving my best. It is a good thing as I will be starting from the third round, but the people who are starting from the first and second round will have better opportunities as they would have been warmed very well and they would have gotten used to the environment. It was a shock for me, but I was happy to be named the Team Nigeria captain. I think it is a plus for table tennis in Nigeria. We are doing very fine. We are one family and we are communicating very well. We're looking forward to doing our best. For me, there's no pressure. My expectation is to be a good ambassador for my country, sponsor, club, and family. I'm expecting to play very well. Nigerians should pray for us and we will make them proud. That's Aruna Quadri speaking. Well, the show director of the Olympics opening ceremony has been dismissed just yesterday, a day before the event is due to be held. Well, footage of Kentaro Kobayashi from the 1990s recently emerged. Yes, in which he appears to make jokes about the Holocaust. Well, Japan's Olympic chief Seiko Hashimoto said the video ridiculed painful facts of history. The dismissal is the latest in a string of scandals to hit the games. Since the start of the year, 3 other organizers have been forced to step down from Tokyo 2020, and the games have already been postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Earlier this week, a composer quit the team creating the ceremony after it emerged that he had bullied classmates with disabilities at school. In March, Olympics creative chief Hiroshi Sasaki quit after suggesting that plus-size comedian Naomi Watanabe could appear as an Olympic. He later apologized for that, but it was little too late. And in February, Yoshiro Mori was forced to step down as the head of the organizing committee after he made remarks about women that were criticized as inappropriate. Mr. Mori said women talk too much and that meetings with many female board directors would take a lot of time. So the scandals continue right there in Tokyo. The International Testing Agency, ITA Director General, that is Benjamin Cohen, has revealed that Russian Olympic Committee athletes are among the most tested heading into Tokyo 2020. Well, athletes from Russia are competing under the ROC banner at Tokyo 2020 after the Court of Arbitration for Sport partially upheld sanctions imposed by the World Anti-Doping Agency for the manipulation of the Moscow laboratory data. Well, the doping scandal emerged following the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi, with the aftermath lingering for the Rio 2016, Pyeongchang 2018, and now Tokyo 2020. Concerns over the independence of the Russian Anti-Doping Agency, RUSADA, has been a major topic in recent years. Cohen sought to provide reassurance that Russian athletes have been thoroughly tested prior to the Games as part of the ITA's 8-month-long pre-Olympic Games anti-doping program. Let's hear from the man himself, Benjamin Cohen.
Doing our very best to catch the cheats, and that's our role here at the ITA. We're here to obviously first and foremost protect the health of the athletes and protect the integrity of the competitions. We're here, we're fully focused, we're fully determined to do our job the best we can and to catch the cheats with the tools that we have available. So in that sense, COVID has obviously made our life more complicated, but that has not impacted our determination, our focus, and the tools that we have at our disposal. So obviously, I will not hide that the Russian athletes come high in the risk assessments based on previous years and previous issues, but depending on the sports, depending on the discipline, depending on the results of those individual athletes, they are not treated differently than other athletes. There may be athletes that are with the same risk level than the Russian delegation, so there is no specific targeting.
Well, that was Benjamin Cohen speaking. Just before we leave the Olympics, let's talk about Novak Djokovic. Well, the road for world men's tennis number one, Novak Djokovic, to the Golden Slam looks like it's going to be a difficult one. But of course, Novak says he is definitely ready for the challenge. Here's Novak Djokovic speaking on the show as regards his possibility of winning the Golden Slam. Yes, I mean, that's winning all the slams and then the Olympic gold medal. But here's Novak Djokovic speaking.
I will take things very slowly and cautiously and focus only on the next challenge, but this is kind of an approach that I really need to have, because in the past I wasn't probably fully experiencing that approach, and that has backfired on me. And I start to feel that there was a lot of distractions around that were influencing my performance. I know that there is a lot of things on the line. I know there is history on the line. I'm privileged and motivated to be in this position. I've worked very hard to be there with my team, of course, but you know, let's talk about history if everything goes great here after I finish with the tournament. So right now, it's all focus goes to the next challenge.
Right now, all focus goes to the next challenge. Novak Djokovic speaking. All right, well, let's move now to football, starting with Rivers Angels. Of course, the team has departed for Côte d'Ivoire, where they will feature in the maiden edition of the CAF Women's Champions League. Well, the team was hosted to a party yesterday, and they were assured of maximum support and also ₦1 million for every goal scored during the qualifiers in Abidjan. The General Secretary to the Federal Republic of Nigeria did give them a call just before their departure. Let's hear from him what he had to say to the Rivers Angels team.
Well, it's just to say on behalf of the President and the Board of Nigeria Football Federation, we wish you good luck. Remember that you are representing Nigeria. This is the first time this competition is coming up. And we want to when you go there, make you do Nigeria well. Most of them must be.
Well, make sure you do Nigeria well. That's the General Secretary speaking. Let's now move to the Nigerian Professional Football League, starting with referees. As 12 referees have been summoned to appear before the Nigeria Football Federation Referees Committee to answer questions relating to dubious officiating in 4 matches in which they recently oversaw. The referees affected have also been handed immediate and indefinite suspension from league matches pending when cases against them are determined. A release by the Nigeria Referees Association noted that the following referees have been stepped down from further appointment in the NPFL pending the appearance before the NFF Referees Committee concerning incidents related to the matches handled. And to the Nigerian Professional Football League proper, as the NPFL match day 34 was completed yesterday, with Adamawa United officially relegated from the top flight league. Well, it's been long due, and had it not been for the COVID-19 pandemic that halted the league last season, Adamawa United would have been long gone, with some thought that the league cancellation would give them opportunity to re-strategize and do things right, while some knew that they could only postpone what could have been. Well, they lost to Dakar FC 4-0, with that loss officially confirming their place in the NNL for next season. Eyimba moved level on points with second place Nasarawa United after playing a 1-0 draw in Inewi against relegation threatened FC Ifeanyi. It was the first time in the league Eyimba would score a goal in Inewi against FC Ifeanyi. Well, the draw puts the People's Elephants in good position as Nasarawa United and Kano Pillars to challenge Aqua United for the title, although it's almost mission impossible as it doesn't look like there will be anyone who can stop Aqua from winning the league. But a return to the continent won't be bad for Fatayosho's team. In the last game played yesterday, Kwara United defeated Wiki Tourist 3-1. And Turkey Super League club Fatih Karagümrük have confirmed the signing of Nigerian captain Ahmed Musa on a free transfer. Well, the move marked a return to Europe for Musa, who was playing in the NPFL with Kano Pillars since April. The club are yet to disclose the contractual details, but the 28-year-old is expected to boost the club's push in the Turkish top flight this campaign. And just before we go, Arsenal midfielder Emil Smith-Rowe has committed his future to the North London club by signing a new long-term contract till 2026. The Gunners' youngster has been the subject of intense interest from Aston Villa this summer, with the Midlands outfit having seen 2 bids rejected for the playmaker. Smith-Rowe, who enjoyed a breakthrough 2020-2021 season, notching 2 goals and 4 assists in 20 Premier League games, says it feels surreal to sign this deal.
It feels a bit surreal, to be honest. You know, obviously I've been in the club since 9 years old, so it's a big moment for me and my family, and you know, everyone's happy for me. But yeah, like I said, man, I can't wait to, you know, put my head down now and carry on working.
Well, the youngster was also handed the number 10 jersey for the 2021-2022 season, previously worn by the likes of Dennis Bergkamp and Mesut Ozil. Says he wants to be a Gunners legend and would definitely work for it.
I can't explain it right now. Knowing the players who have worn this shirt before, and you know, it's an unbelievable feeling. 100%. I'm looking forward to it, you know, obviously getting all the fans back as well. And yeah, I can't wait to get on the pitch, to be honest, and wear the shirt. So I'm buzzing, man, I'm buzzing. I want to be a legend here, and you know, that hasn't changed at all. You know, coming up through the academy and stuff, and seeing all of our young players grow into the first team, you know, something that I want to carry on doing. And yeah, I can't wait to see what the future holds. But yeah, I definitely want to become a legend here, 100%.
All right, well, this is where we would be drawing the curtains on this week's edition of Sports Attack. But before we do that, let's just run through the NPFL games to expect this weekend. Adamawa United will face Rangers International, Aqua United versus Jigawa Golden Stars, Eyimba will do battle with MFMFC, Heartlanders of Owerri versus Kwara United, Kano Pillars up against Abia Warriors, Katsina United versus Dakara FC, Nasarawa United up against Sunshine Stars, we got Plateau United taking on Luby Stars, Rivers United versus FC Fanyuba, and Warri Wolves up against Wiki Tourist. Do join us for the fan special edition of today's Sports Live by 3 p.m. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Victor Oriahi, your favorite Melanin Sports presenter. Good morning.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
I want all this money. Don't want to take the same step where I take last year when I work for me. Oh, Lord, I saw the cry.
John Bosco, why are you sitting like a national statue?
Piru, my case no get remedy. My own is finished. I just lost all my savings in one platform like that. Guy, I put my hand here, it no work. I don't know where to go from here, guy, or what to even do to earn my own money.
John Bosco, relax. Come and learn how to trade cryptocurrency and other digital assets. That is if you're sure that you are tired of losing your money. Listen, they say ignorance is never an excuse, and the right application of acquired knowledge equals power. If you like, sit here like monument. If you don't learn, you can't earn. Are you tired of losing your money in the hands of other people? Why don't you come and learn the skills of the trade instead of losing your money in the hands of people or platform or whatever name they tell you? Come and learn a skill on how to grow your money while your money is still in your hands. That means you'll be 100% in control of your money instead of losing it at the hands of other people. You're not the first crying about this. A lot of people have also lost their money at the hands of other people. Come and take control of your financial destiny so that you'll be financially free and empowered. If some people are making it in cryptocurrency trading by themselves, there must be something they know that you, John Bosco, you don't know. And if you wish to know this one secret that can help you triumph and make money with your own hands, then you need TriSada Academy. TriSada Academy is a financial technology educational organization that educates and equips individuals with online skills using artificial intelligence and the digital ecosystem to trade on cryptocurrency and other digital assets. Now, we teach you how you can have 100% control of your money, trading by yourself without handing over your hard-earned money to any third party, hence guaranteeing the safety of your money at all times. Now, at TriSada Academy, you earn money daily while you are still learning. Our digital money making training is for everyone: students, working class, businessmen, housewives that wish to help their husbands, clergy, and in fact everyone. Now the physical strategic opportunity meeting comes up this Saturday. Time is 11 a.m. and the venue is number 123 Aba Road, besides Intercolor Paint, opposite Platinum Mortgage Bank, between Waterlines and St. John's Junction, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Now, for more information or you want to know more about this academy, you can visit our website at www.trisada.com.ng. For seat reservation, text yes to 0904 598 2318. Again, 0904 598 2318. The gate fee is totally free because the idea is empowerment for all Nigerians.
Piro, what if I cannot attend this Saturday's meeting?
You don't have any problem, John Bosco. Now, TriSada Academy also hosts online Zoom meetings from Monday to Saturday every week. And guess what? It is accessible to everyone. Yes, everyone, including you, John Bosco. Now, the time is 8 to 9 p.m. To be part of it, add a Zoom meeting ID 8422129143. If you are using mobile phone, quickly just go to your Google Play Store, download Zoom app, click open, and add a Zoom meeting ID. Again, it's 8422129143. Or from your browser, either your phone or laptop, open your browser, type zoom.us, click on join meeting, type in a Zoom meeting ID 8422129143. To join us on our Zoom meetings every Monday to Saturday, then text yes to 0904 598 2318. So we will send you our Zoom meeting ID and passcode to enable you to join the meeting. Zoom meeting time is 8 to 9 p.m. Just 1 hour. The physical strategic opportunity meeting comes up this Saturday. Time is 11 a.m. and the venue is number 123 Aba Road, besides Intercolor Paint, opposite Platinum Mortgage Bank, between Waterlines and St. John's Junction, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Now, for more information or you want to know more about this academy, you can visit our website at www.trisada.com.ng. For seat reservation, text yes to 0904 598 2318. Again, 0904 598 2318. The gate fee is totally free. If you are someone that is too busy and you do not have the time to learn, then you can take advantage of artificial intelligence robots that will do your trading for you and make for you up to 2 to 5% daily, even when you are sleeping.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Peak protein breakfast. That's the secret to how mom wakes up early, makes breakfast for us, and runs off to work. How daddy works most nights and still gets up early to drop me at school. No matter how busy they are, they're never too tired to play with me. And that's because they never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak. Reach for your peak.